Hey yo, good morning everybody on this beautiful Friday. I wanted to put out this video because we're working on something new. Now, usually when we have a new class, a new program, a new service, we like to take time to plan them, create content around them, make some posts, create some hype around it. However, with this specific thing that we're working on, time is of the essence, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, as many of you may or may not know, I've been running a lot for the last year or so. Not with a goal or plan in mind, outside of just getting better at running. Last year, during quarantine, I decided to do Murph. Murph has always been one of my favorite CrossFit benchmarks. I do it every year, regardless if I'm powerlifting or weightlifting or whatever discipline I'm training in at the moment. There are certain CrossFit benchmarks that I've always done every year with our community, and Murph is one of them. I like to suffer. It's a workout that I really enjoy doing. And my second mile was something like 16 minutes, give or take, and it was incredibly embarrassing for me. Not that I've ever been a great runner, but that is probably the worst mile time I've ever done in a Murph or not, etc. So I decided to enroll in a running program. And I just blindly enrolled in a running program, and here we are a year and change later. I'm hovering around the 10-mile distance in single runs, and I'm accumulating about between 9 and 15 miles a week, depending on the week. So a bunch of people in the gym and in my life have been asking, what are you doing all this running for? And I haven't really had an answer. There are some people who challenge me to sign up for a half marathon. And the big Miami half marathon is February 6th. So I started to commit to doing this half marathon and thinking about what training was going to look like and looking at training programs and reaching out to some experts in the field to see what they would recommend for someone like myself that's still going to strength train, et cetera, et cetera. Through having those conversations, we realized that there is another half marathon, the Halloween half marathon in Miami Beach this year. Now, after looking at the calendar, we realized it's 13 weeks away, which is the perfect time to train for a half marathon. So a group of us at the gym have decided that we are going to train for both of them. We're going to first train for the Halloween half, which is, I guess, the weekend of Halloween in Miami Beach. And then that is 13 more weeks away from the Miami half marathon. So, for now, we are going to be publishing programming on our Facebook group so anyone can follow along who'd like to. Now, if you're not into the idea of running a half marathon, that's fine. If you're not into the idea of committing to this, that's also fine. If you're just looking for some extra running to get in, some extra aerobic work, that's fine. We're going to put this out there and you guys can pick and choose to do whatever you'd like. If doing a half marathon with your team is something that excites you, I would recommend to commit to following the entire program with us. There's a few of us that have committed, like myself, Benny, Frank, George, and my brother. We will be doing all these runs. We're not necessarily going to be doing all of them together. We will try from time to time. It is a pretty lengthy commitment. It's going to be 4 sessions a week with an average of 1 hour per training session. All right, another very cool thing about the program that we'll be following, all of the running training is going to be consistent with your testing times. So already in week 1, there's a 400-meter test, there's a mile test, and all of the running metrics and all the programming, again, will be consistent with what your effort was in those tests. So I've talked to a few people who have some anxiety about, man, I've never been able to run distances like that. And I don't think I'll be able to keep up with you guys. And I'm not fit enough, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You don't have to stress that because this running program is consistent with what your true effort is, which is really cool. For now, that's all the news that I've got. We've reached out to Aerobic Capacity and Chris Hinshaw, who is the people who are going to be providing this programming for us, about eventually getting access to their phenomenal running app for all of our clients who want to participate. We're still waiting on communication from them. We're going back and forth on a couple things. But since next Monday is exactly 13 weeks away, I wanted to go ahead and get this programming out for everyone now. If you have any questions about what days to do the running on, how you feel, some rehab or recovery tools, whatever the case may be. Let's get some dialogue going on this group so we can help you guys identify some of that stuff a little bit better and help you reach your goals. If you have any questions, please participate, all right? Thank you as always. See you soon. Peace.